All right, guys, let's go. Let's go. We got to get this loaded up before he gets up here. Told him to meet us in the basement. Idiot. All right, snacks. Okay, we got the cooler. Why a rake? Leaf blower. I don't know what. We've got a second leaf blower. Baseball bat. What do you guys think this trip is? All right. Oh. Look, Sully, I don't know what happened. Classic mix-up sounds like. Anyway, honestly, you would honestly hate this. I mean, it's going to be all work. We got a lot of interviews to do. Look, I wanted you to go. If it was up to me, I mean, heck, you'd be driving. Anyway, I hope you have a great weekend. And I'm sorry, Sully. I'm sorry. You think he's upset? Oh, God. Welcome, Monsters fans, to another edition of Monsters OT, presented by University Hospital Sports Medicine here on Bally Sports Great Lakes. Tony Brown here with you, and we have a big show for you today. We're going to start with headlines, and that includes a deep dive into the Monsters 2021-2022 promotional calendar and all the cool events that you can look forward to at Monsters games at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse in the coming season. Then, from Traverse City, Michigan in the NHL Prospects Tournament, we'll sit down with Monsters General Manager Chris Clark for an extended chat as we get set for the 21-22 season on the ice. And of course, we'll wrap things up, as always, with our Monsters Memories segment. But first, it's time for headlines. All right, this time on Headlines, we're going to take a very close look at the Monsters' promotional schedule for the 21-22 season, with the season just a couple of short weeks away. And we've broken things down into a couple of different categories. We're going to start with the Monsters' recurring theme nights that will happen repeatedly throughout the year. And a big fan favorite is back in that category. I'm talking, of course, about 1-2-3 Fridays. That's right. Again, this season, fans can enjoy on Friday nights at the Fieldhouse $1 Pepsi products, $2 Sugardale hot dogs, and $3 select draft beers. That is an awesome value for any hockey fan in Northeast Ohio. So we know the fans are excited about 1-2-3 Fridays and their triumphant return this season. Also want to make sure you guys are aware of our Monsters Family Days. Now, these are going to happen on Sunday games throughout the season, and they feature the opportunity for kids to enjoy $6 Monsters Kids Meals. That's a hot dog, chips, and a Pepsi for just $6. Another great family value there for hockey fans. Also back this year are Blue Jackets nights. These are really cool, a great way for the Monsters to support their National Hockey League affiliate in Columbus. On those games, the Monsters are going to be wearing Blue Jackets-themed specialty jerseys, and also fans can enjoy elements of the Blue Jackets game night experience at the Fieldhouse. So a great way to sort of unify Ohio hockey and support, again, the Monsters' great NHL affiliates. Next category of nights on the promo calendar this year are the Monsters Diversity and Inclusion and Community Relations nights. First of all, First Responders Night is presented by Physicians Ambulance, and that's going to happen on Friday, November the 5th. It's going to be an awesome way to say thank you to all the dedicated pros that keep us safe here in the greater Cleveland community all throughout the year. Also back this season in January on the 21st, that's a Friday night, it's Pride Night at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. That was a really popular promotion that is back this season. We're really excited about that. We're also excited for the Monsters' third annual Black Heritage Celebration. Now, this is a great night that's going to come on Friday, February the 25th this year. A lot of cool stuff surrounding that event. Last season, we're looking to build on that again this year. Also this year, we are looking forward to our first annual Women's History Celebration. That event coming up on Saturday, March the 5th this season, and also Hispanic Heritage Night this year on the 25th of March. That's a Friday night. It's going to be an awesome evening of hockey here at the Fieldhouse. Of course, last year as part of our Grow the Game night, we were lucky enough to have the Cavaliers' Spanish broadcast voice, Rafa Hernandez Brito, call the Monsters game. Will we see that again this year? We'll keep our fingers crossed for sure.
Ando para Puri, de regreso para Puri. ¡Gol!
All right, moving on from our community relations and diversity and inclusion nights, we now want to tell you about a really important category in minor league hockey, and that, of course, are our specialty jerseys for the coming year. It's a signature thing in the AHL at lower levels of pro hockey, and our fans are really excited, I hope they will be, to hear about 4 specialty jersey nights coming up for the Monsters this season, including one that's going to be happening early in the year on the 19th of November. It's Top Gun Tribute Night. So these jerseys, you can check them out at clevelandmonsters.com. They've already been released. Remember, this was a promotion the Monsters wanted to do last season, but with the season impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic, it had to be held off for this year, and I guess the movie was held off too, so it times up pretty well. Also, a giveaway that night to the first 10,000 fans, really getting into the spirit of Top Gun Tribute Night. You take home some aviator sunglasses, so looking forward to that for sure. Moving on, also National Cookie Day is going to be a specialty jersey. Unsure the design quite yet, so keep your eyes peeled to the Monsters social channels in the next several weeks to check that out. But that night is going to take place on Saturday, December the 4th. Another specialty jersey this year is again the Purple Game, which is back and still benefiting the American Cancer Society. Purple Game this year going to take place on Saturday, the 2nd of April. So really excited about getting that event back on the schedule for this year for sure. And also, if you're a fan of 1990s Nickelodeon TV, you're going to love 90s Nickelodeon Night. If you like slime, you might love these jerseys. It's going to be late in the season on the 16th of April. We're going to have a lot of fun with all of our great Nickelodeon memories and Nickelodeon favorites on that night there, capping off the Monsters specialty jerseys for this season. All right, moving along, we know that giveaways are really important in minor league sports, and the fans really look forward to those every year, and we've got a bunch of additional giveaway nights to tell you about. And the first one takes place right off the hop. Opening night, the 15th of October against the Syracuse Crunch. It's presented by SeatGeek, and the first 5,000 fans are going to take home a smartphone stand, courtesy of our friends at University Hospital Sports Medicine. So that's going to be really cool. Other giveaways include an awesome 16-bit Monsters t-shirt on video game night. Also, this is a huge one, folks. We know that Cleveland Rocks Night is a signature promotion for the Monsters every year, but this year it's going to feature a free bobblehead to the first 10,000 fans of a rock legend yet to be announced. I think fans are going to be extremely excited about this bobblehead once they see who's featured. So again, make sure you stay tuned to the Monsters social channels and clevelandmonsters.com for details on who it's going to be on that Monsters bobblehead to the first 10,000 fans on Cleveland Rocks Night. Again, that is Saturday, the 29th of January. And another cool giveaway this year, a specialty limited edition Monsters trading card set. That's going to be given away to the first 5,000 fans on Collector's Day, which will take place on Sunday, March the 13th. So an awesome Monsters collectible there. All right, moving on, wanted to run down some of the other fan favorite recurring and returning Monsters promotions from years past. Yes, a lot of your favorites are back, including Salute to Service on the 6th of November. That's a Saturday night. The holiday hockey game on Friday, December the 17th. Of course, my favorite, personal favorite, Pucks and Paws night. You can bring your pet out to the game, your dog, your cat, whatever. You can get into the arena. They can enjoy the action with you on Sunday, the 27th of March. And of course, we cap the regular season with Fan Salute on the 24th of April. It's going to be an awesome night to say thank you to the best fans in the American Hockey League and the best fans in all of the sport of hockey. It's a great way to cap off the regular season home schedule. The Monsters are looking forward to sharing that night with the fans again this year. Well, that's it for headlines. Certainly a lot to look forward to this year on the Monsters promotional schedule. Time now, though, for a quick break. When we come back, we'll head way up north to Traverse City, Michigan to chat with Monsters General Manager Chris Clark on the lead-up to the 2021-2022 Monsters season. This is Monsters OT. Stay tuned. Plenty more ahead. Presented by University Hospital Sports Medicine, only right here on Valley Sports Great Lakes.
At University Hospitals, our sports medicine experts bring science and compassion together to develop personalized care plans for athletes at every level, from Pee-wee to pro. The same experts who care for the Cleveland Browns, the Cleveland Monsters, and the Cleveland Ballet keep our local athletes performing at their best. Schedule an appointment at uhsports.org. University Hospitals, the science of health, the art.
A healthcare provider, good listener, and a problem solver. I've been a pharmacist for Drug Mart for over 30 years. And that's a long time to get to know your patients. And each week we hear as many concerns as there are patients. Just the other day, I special ordered a medication for Mrs. Briscoe, just to make sure she didn't miss a dose. I'm proud that our patients trust me with their pharmacy needs, and I promise that Discount Drug Mart will always be there for you.
Musselman's Family Farmers handpick every apple for our applesauce, so it's the real deal. Unlike this, gelatin salad? Won't find this anywhere near a farm. Musselman's, handpicked from our family farms.
Welcome back, everyone, to Monsters OT, presented by University Hospital Sports Medicine here on Valley Sports Great Lakes. A lot of show left to get to, but wanted to invite you guys to take home a Monsters home and away 10-game plan right away. Head over to clevelandmonsters.com and you could get access to 10 of the Monsters' premier weekend dates this year. In addition to that, an AHL TV subscription so you can hear all the action when the team is on the road, hence the home and away, right? In addition to that, if you sign up right now, you have the flexibility to exchange your tickets for other games that might better fit your schedule. And also, of course, you get free tickets to the home opener with every one of these plans. So make sure you visit us at clevelandmonsters.com ASAP and secure your home and away 10-game plan before the season gets started. All right, we thought it was really important with the season just around the corner to get some perspective on what's going to happen with the Monsters on the ice this year. And to do that, we made our way all the way up to Traverse City, Michigan for the 2021 NHL Prospects Tournament. It's a staple of the Blue Jackets preseason schedule. And while we were up there, we sat down with Monsters General Manager Chris Clark to get his take on what the Monsters will look like when they take to the ice at the Fieldhouse this year. Clarky, great start to the tournament for Columbus. I mean, 2 wins and a nice come-from-behind win in the first game, and a couple of players had some big performances in the second game. What have been your thoughts of just the action on the ice so far here?
I think it's been great. You know, a lot of these guys haven't played. We talked about it a little bit, haven't played in maybe 18 months. Our team, the other teams. So it's a little sloppy at first, but the best thing about it is guys have gotten better and more comfortable each period, and so we've progressed throughout the first 2 games, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, you know, this has been a part of the preseason schedule for Columbus for how many years now? 20 years, something like that. But how important is it this time? You mentioned some of these guys haven't played, but just after the year we've had last year and the layoff in terms of, you know, playing games, but also just being around the organization, how critical is this event for a lot of these guys?
Yeah, it's huge. It's a kickoff, you know, to training camp. It gives these guys a little bit of a leg up when they go into training camp. They've been playing games. The bumps are there. They know how to be up to game game speed, so it's great for these guys. And the layoff that they had and not having this last year, really kind of sets guys back a little bit.
Yeah, a couple of changes in terms of the coaching staff, right? Not just for this tournament, but in general for this season. We talk about throughout the year when players get called up, creates a lot of opportunity at the American League level. You kind of got that situation now with the coaching staff. So what kind of opportunities are out there for the guys that will be in Cleveland with Steve McCarthy joining the Jackets?
Yeah, I think with Mac, that's exactly what it's just like a player. The opportunity was there. We didn't have to go outside the organization to look for somebody. We knew he was, he was the right guy for the job. So this is, I'm so proud of him. Like, he was one of our, kind of coming up with him as a coach and seeing how well he's done. He's going to do a great job up there.
For sure. And you've got, with Mike Eaves out of commission this week, you got head coach Trent Vogelhuber in there, working with some of the development coaches too on the bench, right? How's that all gone from your perspective?
Great. It's a great timing to have a couple extra development coaches here, and with Letestu coming in and Dorsett, and we got Jarkko over here from Europe, Nicholas Backstrom because Thiessen's back home. So yeah, this is it's all worked out, and like I said, with opportunity with players, you got opportunity with coaches, and these guys, are seizing that opportunity.
Yeah, once you get into the regular season here, in terms of like on the bench, what are some of those opportunities for a guy like Vogie to kind of expand his reach?
It's you need to get into it. You need to be a head coach to be a head coach. There's no playbook for it. You need to get comfortable, and the more comfortable he's been behind the bench here, it's just going to help him later on down the road. All assistant coaches want to be head coaches, and now that he gets a little taste of it, he's going to really like it.
Time for a break here on Monsters OT, but up next, more with Monsters General Manager Chris Clark from Traverse City. You're watching Monsters OT, presented by University Hospital Sports Medicine, here on Bally Sports, Great Lakes. Welcome back to Monsters OT, presented by University Hospital Sports Medicine here on Bally Sports Great Lakes. Time now for part 2 of our interview with Monsters General Manager Chris Clark from Traverse City. You just mentioned the development coaches. That's become a really important thing for NHL organizations to have guys in those roles. How are those 3 guys you just mentioned, Jarkko, Ruutu, and Letestu and Dorsett, how do they really help you as the GM and the organization in general, get the most out of the players?
Yeah, and Rick Nash as well, taking over that role. So all those guys, it's the value is their experience. They've all gone through it. They've gone through, Letestu, college route, Dorsett with the major junior route. So those 2 guys know, and same with Rick Nash has gone through that route as well. So that's the biggest thing. It's sharing experiences, because we've all gone through whatever they're going to go through. And they need to know that there's bumps in the road, and we've all had them and made it. So this is, don't get frustrated. You're going to have coaches laying into you, coaches that are nice and stuff like that. But everything has happened to everybody, so don't, it'll get through it.
Yeah, for sure. I know the fans are really excited with this tournament to get a look at some of the really, blue chip prospects, right, in the Blue Jackets organization on the ice. But there's also a lot of guys that Monster fans are going to be seeing playing in Cleveland, participating in the tournament, guys on AHL contracts. Who are some of those players that have really impressed you this week?
Jet Graves has been great. I don't know if it was a shaky start or whatever, but he bounced back after the first period in the first game, and he's been great. He's been a stonewall back there, and he's going to, whether we see him or not in Cleveland, they're battling for the backup role with Tarasov. So we'll see. He's got a great opportunity showing it. What he can do right now, definitely.
Yeah, let's talk about the goaltending a little bit. Of course, Tarasov is the guy expected to carry a lot of the water in Cleveland this year. But what about Cam Johnson? What about Greaves? How does it all look from your perspective as the Monster GM?
Yeah, with Tarasov, he's our player of the future. Where it could be anybody, but as of right now, he's going to play the majority of the games. Between the other 2, and I told them both, hey, this is it's up for grabs. Who's going to come in? You can steal each other's job. Nothing's guaranteed. And I know they'll both come out that way and really fight for it.
Wanted to ask you about a couple of guys who had big years in the AHL last year, took advantage of an opportunity to play, and that's Carson Meyer and Tyler Angle, both guys that are on the roster here in Traverse City. What do they need to do this year to sort of, cement their spot in the organization and keep that great momentum they generated last year?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, that momentum. They know, after year 1, you know what it's like to be in the American League. You know how to be a pro, so just keep it going. It's not easy. They did a lot of hard work the summer prior to get them to where they were last year and have that success and get an NHL contract. But that's great now. Like, you got to keep going. Nothing's guaranteed from this point on. You got to show day in and day out what you can do to be an NHL player.
We're in the C this week. You've got Josh Dunn, a player who had a lot of great opportunities, AHL, NHL last year. What have you seen from him, and how's he, continuing his ascent here?
Every game he plays the same way. He's a big body, he's smart, he's in the right spots, protects pucks, goes to the net. I think he's playing a little more physical here, which is awesome. He's done a great job, and he's a leader. He's been a leader at school at Clarkson. He's a leader here, so he's definitely one of our big guns.
Yeah, for sure. And then, just for the fans, to get a sense of what's coming up here, right? So the first thing is development camp, then you come up to Traverse City. What's sort of next for these players after this tournament wraps up tomorrow? And what are some important dates, things that need to happen before the season starts?
Yeah, so we'll play our game tomorrow at 1, our last game against Toronto, and then we'll jump on the bus to the airport, hop on the plane. We'll be back, sometime and then in the evening. We'll have Tuesday. It'll be a complete day off. Wednesday is, for most of these guys had all their medicals done, but they might be something they need to do on Wednesday when the full training camp starts with medicals, and then Thursday they hit the ice, and it's it's full on from that point, definitely.
Well, looking forward to the season. Thank you so much for taking some time up here, and excited to watch these guys play.
Yeah, good, thank you.
All right, Clarky, appreciate it.
Yeah.
At University Hospitals, our sports medicine experts bring science and compassion together to develop personalized care plans for athletes at every level, from Pee-wee to pro. The same experts who care for the Cleveland Browns, the Cleveland Monsters, and the Cleveland Ballet keep our local athletes performing at their best. Schedule an appointment at uhsports.org. University Hospitals, the science of health, the art of compassion.
Andrea Bocelli in concert, presented by Stiefel. December 2nd, Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. The world's most romantic voice, Andrea Bocelli. Tickets are on sale now at rocketmortgagefieldhouse.com.
So just for the fans that are still getting to know you, give us a sense of your background, where you were playing previously, and sort of your path through hockey to get to this point.
I grew up on a farm in Manitoba in Canada. And then I played junior in BC in Canada. Went to Cornell for 3.5 years. When the season canceled last year due to COVID, I graduated from Cornell, and my coach was able to help me transfer out, and I went to Vermont and finished off my college career there, and then came to Cleveland.
So give us a sense in your own words, right? What kind of a player are you? Like, give us a sense of your game and what you try to accomplish.
I try to be a physical player, try to play a 200-foot game and do the small things. I think I have some talent and stuff around the net, and some hands, but mostly I just try to do the little things and play a physical game.
Let's talk a little bit about your last season, getting a little taste of life at the American League level. How important is that going to be? How much confidence does that give you heading into not just an event like this, but the season ahead?
Yeah, I think it was great. It was kind of the idea at the end of the season was to get in and kind of get a little taste. And I think just in terms of the off-season preparation too, in the summer, having that experience, you kind of know what it's like. There's no real uncertainty. I thought that was huge. It kind of relieves a lot of the nerves, I think, and allows you to kind of come in and understand what you're going into.
Welcome back, everyone, to Monsters OT, presented by University Hospital Sports Medicine here on Valley Sports Great Lakes. Well, for our Monsters Memories segment this time, from beautiful Traverse City, we thought it'd be fun to look back at all the great times we've had over the years coming up here to Traverse City. What a fantastic way for the Columbus Blue Jackets prospects to begin their season every year, and it's always been a pleasure to come up here and get to know some of these players as we have again this year. It's a great opportunity for them to get ready for NHL training camp and the adventure ahead in terms of the season, and for us, a great privilege to be here to document it and to take in this beautiful environment up here in a beautiful place in northern Michigan. If you haven't made it to the NHL Prospects Tournament at Center Ice Arena one of these years, we really encourage you to come up and join us. It's a great place, and again, what better place and way to start the season year after year. Well, that's it for our Monsters Memory segment. That's it for this episode of Monsters OT. A whole lot of thank yous go out. First to the Columbus Blue Jackets for allowing us to be up here and getting to know some of their players that may be spending time in Cleveland with us this year. Also, big thanks as always to Chris Thomas, Mark Zaremba, to Nicole Del Villano, and to our entire team with Monsters OT. It is a pleasure to be up here in beautiful northern Michigan and a pleasure to be on the air with you guys each and every month. Until next time, I'm Tony Brown from Traverse City, Michigan. This is Monsters OT, presented by University Hospital Sports Medicine, only on Valley Sports Great Lakes.